Jake, I need to confess something. I studied English for 8 years and barely improved.
Only 8 years? I studied for 10 years and could barely hold a conversation.
What were we doing wrong? Why did years of classes produce so little result?
I figured it out last year and it completely changed how I approach learning. The problem wasn't effort, it was method.
Tell me everything, because I know people watching are frustrated with the same issue.
Okay, so the real reason most people's English doesn't improve is simple. They're studying English, not using English.
What's the difference?
Studying English means memorizing grammar rules, doing textbook exercises, taking tests. Using English means communicating for real purposes.
So all those grammar exercises I did were useless.
Not useless, but insufficient. Grammar gives you structure, but using the language builds fluency.
Can you give me an analogy?
Sure. It's like learning to swim. You can read books about swimming technique, watch videos about swimming, even memorize all the strokes. But until you actually get in the water, you can't swim.
That's so obvious when you say it like that.
Right. Yet millions of people spend years learning about English instead of using English. Let me break down the specific mistakes people make.
Yes, let's identify these mistakes so people can avoid them.
Mistake number 1. Passive consumption only. They watch English videos, read English texts, but never produce English themselves.
So they're inputting language but never outputting?
Exactly. You need both. Input helps you learn patterns and vocabulary. Output forces you to actually construct sentences and communicate.
So all those grammar exercises I did were useless?
Not useless, but insufficient. Grammar gives you structure, but using the language builds fluency.
Can you give me an analogy?
Sure. It's like learning to swim. You can read books about swimming technique, watch videos about swimming, even memorize all the strokes. But until you actually get in the water, you can't swim.
That's so obvious when you say it like that.
Right. Yet millions of people spend years learning about English instead of using English. Let me break down the specific mistakes people make.
Yes, let's identify these mistakes so people can avoid them.
Mistake number 1, passive consumption only. They watch English videos, read English texts, but never produce English themselves.
So they're inputting language but never outputting?
Exactly. You need both. Input helps you learn patterns and vocabulary. Output forces you to actually construct sentences and communicate.
What's the fix for this mistake?
For every hour of input, spend at least 30 minutes on output. Write something, speak out loud, have a conversation, create content in English.
So if I watch a 1-hour English video, I should then spend 30 minutes talking about what I learned or writing a summary?
Perfect. That balance of input and output accelerates learning dramatically. Mistake number 2. No clear purpose or context for learning.
What do you mean by purpose?
People study general English without a specific goal. They're not learning English for something, just learning English.
And why is that a problem?
Because your brain learns better when there's context and purpose. If you're learning English to get a job in tech, you should focus on tech vocabulary and professional communication.
Or if you want to make money freelancing, learn business English and client communication.
Exactly. Purpose creates focus, which creates faster results. What's mistake number 3? Avoiding mistakes at all costs. People are so afraid of making errors that they don't practice speaking or writing.
The fear of embarrassment is real.
I know, but here's the truth. Mistakes are the fastest path to improvement. Every mistake is feedback, showing you what you need to learn.
So we should actively make mistakes?
Yes. Well, not intentionally wrong, but we should take risks with language, try new expressions, push beyond our comfort zone.
And when we make mistakes in real conversations, we remember the correct version much better than from a textbook.
Absolutely. Emotional engagement plus real stakes equals powerful learning. Mistake number 4, studying in isolation without community.
Language is social, so learning alone is inefficient?
Exactly. You need interaction, feedback, conversation partners, people to practice with.
Where do people find these communities?
Online forums, language exchange apps, social media groups, even Discord servers, and commenting on YouTube videos in English.
And these interactions give you real-world practice?
Yes. Plus, you see how other learners are progressing, get motivation, share resources. Community accelerates everything. What's mistake number 5? Expecting linear progress. People think improvement should be steady and consistent, but language learning has plateaus.
Oh, I've experienced this. Some weeks I feel like I'm improving rapidly, other weeks I feel stuck.
That's completely normal. Your brain needs time to consolidate learning. Plateaus don't mean you're not improving. They mean you're integrating what you've learned.
So when people hit a plateau, they shouldn't give up.
Exactly. Push through it. Keep practicing. Suddenly, you'll have a breakthrough and jump to a new level.
Now, let's talk about the fixes. How do we actually use English instead of just studying it?
Great question. Fix number 1. Find a reason to use English every day that matters to you.
Like what kind of reasons?
If you love cooking, follow English-speaking food creators and try their recipes. If you're into gaming, play with English-speaking players. If you want to make money, do freelance work in English.
So embed English into activities you already do.
Yes, this makes practice feel natural, not like a chore. Fix number 2. Create projects that require English. Projects give you clear goals and force you to use English in context. Could be starting a blog, creating YouTube videos, building a website, writing an ebook.
And these projects push you to learn specific vocabulary and skills.
Exactly. I learned so much English from creating content online. I had to learn how to structure articles, engage audiences, tell stories. All practical skills. What's fix number 3? Speak English every day, even if just to yourself. Narrate your activities, have imaginary conversations, practice presentations.
This goes back to that output practice we mentioned.
Yes, your mouth and brain need practice forming English sounds and sentences. Silent reading alone won't build speaking fluency.
How long should people speak daily?
Start with 10 to 15 minutes. Could be morning routine narration, describing your day before bed, or explaining a concept you learned.
Fix number 4?
Find accountability and feedback mechanisms. Language exchange partners, online teachers, conversation groups, even AI chatbots now.
Having someone expect you to practice makes you more consistent?
Absolutely. And feedback helps you identify and fix mistakes before they become habits.
And what's fix number 5?
Consume content one level above your current ability. Not so hard that you understand nothing, but challenging enough that you're learning.
The sweet spot where you catch maybe 70 or 80% and have to figure out the rest?
Exactly. This is called comprehensible input, and it's the fastest way to improve. If content is too easy, you're not learning. Too hard, you get frustrated.
Now let's talk about measurement. How do you know if you're actually improving?
Great question. Record yourself speaking English once a month. Listen back to previous recordings and compare.
You can literally hear your progress?
Yes, you'll notice your fluency, vocabulary range, confidence, all improving. It's incredibly motivating.
What other metrics can people track?
Track how many minutes per day you actively use English. Speaking, writing, creating. Not passive watching, but active engagement.
And set a goal, like 30 minutes per day of active English use?
Perfect. Also, track specific wins. Had a full conversation without translating. Understood a movie without subtitles. Wrote an article without heavy editing.
These qualitative improvements matter more than test scores.
Absolutely. Real-world English ability is what matters, not grammar test performance.
Let's address time constraints. People say, I'm too busy to practice English daily.
I get it. Life is busy. But here's the thing. You don't need big blocks of time. You need integration.
What does integration mean?
Make English part of activities you're already doing. Change your phone language to English. Watch shows you'd watch anyway, in English. Listen to English podcasts during your commute.
So you're not adding time, you're switching the language of existing activities.
Exactly. Most people have hours of wasted time daily, scrolling social media, commuting, doing chores. Convert that to English practice time.
That's brilliant. What about motivation? How do we stay motivated when progress feels slow?
Connect English to your actual life goals. Don't learn English for English's sake. Learn it to earn more money, access better opportunities, connect with more people, consume better content.
So the motivation comes from what English enables, not from English itself.
Yes, I stay motivated because English gives me access to freelance income, to global communities, to cutting-edge information. Those are real benefits I feel daily.
Let me recap the main points. The real reason English isn't improving, people study instead of use.
The 5 mistakes: passive consumption only, no clear purpose, avoiding mistakes, learning in isolation, and expecting linear progress.
The 5 fixes: use English daily for real purposes, create projects, speak every day, get accountability and feedback, and consume content one level above your current ability.
And most importantly, track progress, integrate English into your life, connect it to real goals.
All right, here's the action plan for everyone watching. This week,